Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share with you my how to get and stay rich paycheck routine. This is a routine that I do every time I'm paid without fail in order to set myself up for financial success every 2 weeks or however often you get paid in a month. So starting with the first thing that I do once I get my paycheck. The first thing that I do for my paycheck routine is I check my pay stub. So if you guys aren't aware, some pay stubs are available 1 to 2 days before, sometimes a few hours before you're actually paid your check. Why are we checking this? We're checking this because it's telling us exactly how much we're getting net, but it's also telling us how much we are contributing into our 401ks. It's telling us how much our employer is matching in our 401ks. And it's also telling us if we need to up our contributions. If your employer is giving you a 6% match, then you need to make sure that that's how much you are getting out of every single paycheck. And if not, then looking at the pay stubs will help you adjust that as needed. If your goal is to max out your 401k, then we are checking our pay stubs to make sure that the math is mathing. We're making sure that we're not over calculating towards filling out our 401ks as well, because we can be penalized for that. So we're just looking at our pay stubs to make sure that things make sense. We're looking at how many taxes are taken out, and we're getting familiar with our full compensation, our health insurance, any fitness allowances, any, chargebacks that you get for working from home and using your electricity. All of that stuff will be included in your pay stub, and that is the first step, the gateway into your get and stay rich paycheck payment routine. And what's beautiful about this is that the list is itemized. It is doing the math for you, and it should very much be the same every single time, right? Which is what you hear a lot of people harp on when it comes to 9 to 5 jobs. They don't want to wait for a stable paycheck every 2 weeks, monthly. They don't want to wait for that. They like to, chase and get their own bag per se, which is fine. But for us 9 to 5 girls and guys, this is what we are doing. We are checking these pay stubs to make sure there are no substantial changes and to make sure that we can recite all of our withholdings, all of our contributions, pre and post tax on the back of our hand. The next thing that I do with my paycheck, when I'm doing my paycheck routine, once I get my paycheck, I'm immediately putting my money to work. My money is the one thing in this world besides my husband that works harder than I do, okay? So what does that mean? I'm categorizing all of my money that I want to go towards savings versus investments. I'm categorizing my wants versus my needs. I'm getting those in order quickly because, when you are budgeting, that is part of your budget as well. You want to make sure that you are budgeting your wants and your needs as well so that we have everything laid out in front of us. If you categorize all of that, it becomes no other than a budget, which is what this channel is all about. And this is basically the blueprint. This is what you want all of your dollars to be doing every 15th and 30th or 31st of the month. And if you keep this routine the same every single time you get paid, it becomes automated and it makes saving so easy. It makes it effortless, and you start to get used to the amount of money that you are expecting with each paycheck. The third thing that I'm doing and that I am prioritizing is saving. I am prioritizing saving something. Now, I know to a lot of people, the amount of money that I save doesn't always seem realistic. And when I started this journey, the amount of money that I saved didn't seem realistic either, right? So this is just something that I had to come to terms with and build up to. And it took me 10 years to do that. Just keep in mind that even if it's a little bit, any little bit and every little bit helps. Everything counts towards positive movement when it comes to your savings and investment journeys. Get a high yield savings account, put that money to work, and make more than pennies on the dollar with your money. The fourth and final thing that I do is I review all of my bills for the month because for the most part, they don't change. However, there are times, like say in the winter, when your electricity might go up. You might expect to have a higher electricity bill in the winter months, or a lower electricity bill when it's summertime because you're opening windows instead of using the AC. Things like that are things that I like to look at in advance so that even though I'm paying myself first, I'm still able to pay my bills as well. You just don't want to let your responsibilities sneak up on you. I know that I do preach a lot that you should pay yourself first and you should make that a priority, and you should. And it doesn't always have to be thousands of dollars. You can pay yourself $10 a week or every 2 weeks, but still prioritize paying that $80 phone bill if you need the internet in order to apply for jobs or to do Uber and stuff like that. Also, be sure to separate non-fun money from fun money. And for me, fun money is everything besides bills, investing, savings, spending, all of that stuff. Separate that from the non-fun money. Everything that you need to handle your business, separate that so you know exactly where to go when you need to throw money at your bills. Everything else, categorize it, save it, spend it however it is that you see fit. And that is my full paycheck routine. I only have 4 steps because I like to keep it simple. The simpler, the better, the easier it is to handle your money and to give every single dollar a job. And it just reduces confusion. So that is all that I have for today's video. I want to know in the comments below what you guys think. What is your paycheck routine? Do you have a set amount of dollars that you put aside for your bills every month, or do you just pay as your bills come? Either way is fine, but if you do feel that you are feeling a little disorganized or dysregulated when it comes to your monthly paycheck, maybe give a little bit of routine a try and let me know how it goes in the comments below. And I will see you in my next video.